I don't want to give too much away for the audience that how it ends. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I think this is an origin story, really for what happens to Nick. It's the first film within the dark universe, a whole universe that Universal Pictures is creating, and exactly what you said is what I feel the potential of this series is for an audience, where they can have a little more complicated character pieces. You know, it's going to have big entertainment, it's going to be adventurous, it's going to be suspenseful, it's going to have humor. You know, we're going to have big epic sequences, but also I think with a monster film, and I think a modern day monster movie, it's going to allow I don't know, a little more complexity within these characters. You know, it's not like anything that modern audiences have seen before. So we're going to be able to play with and have these kinds of endings at the end of the movie, and you'll see what happens to Nick in the next film. You know, we already have plans on how he's going to fold into the whole universe and see what he becomes ultimately. And I think it's very interesting that, you know, here's a character that finds his humanity by the end of the film, you know, and how he finds his humanity and the sacrifice of that. I think those kind of themes are things that we can play with. Yeah, definitely Zero G is something that I've never done before. You know, the airplane, the crash. You know, we did that. I've never done anything like that before. You know what? Annabelle did incredibly well also. She was amazing, and I really appreciate what she did, because I told her right from the beginning, there's a sequence, and you know, we're together as a team, and, you know, I really need you to do it. And there's things that you can't prepare for a sequence like that. Certain stunts you can train, but this we had to get on the airplane and really find the choreography as we were filming. We knew that we had to go from the front of the aircraft to the back of the aircraft, and I had to get the parachute on her. But you can't practice that. You know, you have to go into Zero G, and very quickly we have to, and I'm taking her and I'm spinning her around in Zero G, and we're both being spun around in Zero G. And we actually went up and built the set inside a real aircraft and did it for real. So we're really in Zero G. Wow. It was, you know, it was very intense. The crew did an amazing job, and Annabelle did an incredible job. But I'm fortunate I don't get sick doing stuff like that. I don't know why, but I'm lucky. I don't have that problem. Always. You know what? There's always a new challenge, and that's what I love about making movies. And there's always something new that will challenge me. Well, they're both pretty tough, you know. I mean, when you're dealing with Dr. Jekyll and you're dealing with the Mummy, each one you see that Nick has to think his way through it, because both of them are more powerful than he is. So he has to, you know, which is very interesting for that character. He's got to outwit them, you know.
Mm-hmm. So how about in person? Do you think you can take them?
I would never want to fight either one of them. They're my friends. No, you know what? I haven't counted. And
it's really hard to count.
I know. You know what? And I'm fortunate. I don't get badly injured. You know, when you're doing stunts, listen. I've never been late to work ever in my life. On set, I've never missed a day of work. So then I've never been badly injured doing these things. I prepare very carefully. I go through it very carefully. So, you know, when you're doing fights, you're gonna get a little banged up. You know, you're gonna have some bruises, and you're gonna be, you know, maybe limping for a few days. You know, but fortunately, you know, I've never been badly injured. Yes, I do. Yeah, I absolutely do. I think that is the point of this universe, and what I want to do with it, and what, you know, as it progresses, I would like the films to be shot all over the world. I think they should be shot in Asia, you know, all through, and all through the world. That is, you know, when you look at this film, we went to Namibia, you know, in the deserts. It's shot in England. We went to France, and you can tell visually, we're there in those locations, and it gives you that kind of texture. But that's what I would like from these. I absolutely, they should be shot in Asia.
Yeah, if we can take this film to China, hopefully.
Yes.
Which city do you think will be a better choice, Beijing or Shanghai?
I like them both.
I
like them both to go. I love Shanghai and I love Beijing. You know, I mean, Shanghai's the city I shot Mission 3 in, and you know, I think that's, and I think Beijing also. Yeah, I love them both. I love monster films. I remember as a kid, the Universal Monster Pictures, I remember seeing it when I was a little kid, the very first one, the Boris Karloff, the Mummy one. And I was about 6 years old. I saw it on television. It was a rerun on TV. And, oh, I was scared. I was scared, and I was fascinated because I'd never, it was my introduction into Egyptian mythology. And the first time I was like, what is happening? That this person's being mummified. I didn't, you know, I didn't understand. And so, and you see some of those images actually in this modern mummy movie, you know, with Sophia. But I just thought it transported me to a different time, and I thought they were really powerful, and I found it scary. And what we've done with this modern film, and I think when you're going to see the Dark Universe, you're going to see that, as I said, they're going to have, you know, they're going to have a tremendous amount of action, adventure. It has romance, and we're also going to have suspense, scares, and comedy. It's a mixture of everything for an audience. You know, I have to say the whole, you know, the reason I got involved in this is this film is definitely the origin story, and it's the first one, a paradigm into this world. And I'm curious, you know, as you're developing stuff, you're kind of seeing how the audiences are responding, and it's just very exciting to develop these stories in this world. I gotta say, I'm really looking forward to all of them. I can't wait to see how these things are going to unfold. I already know, you know, where we're taking the universe and what's going to happen with Nick, and how things are going to fold, how the stories are going to fold into one another, in the way that Dr. Jekyll is in The Mummy, you know, and you see what becomes of Nick, you know, in the next one. The movies are just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's very exciting. At some point, you will have all of them in a film, and do it in a way that's within the world of this universe. It's going to be really cool.
She will claim what she has been denied.